Coach?
Hey, good morning, Sully. How are you?
I figured you'd be up early. You probably not getting much sleep these days, right?
Yeah, I was definitely up early this morning.
For those of you that don't know, Coach and his wife Holly welcomed in a baby boy on, what was it, Wednesday night?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, and then Wednesday afternoon you're out there for the season opener against Absegami.
Yep.
So how come your wife kicked you out of the house? She was sick of seeing you around?
Yes, we can go with that. No, she knows how much my girls mean to me and my team means to me, and vice versa. So she wanted to make sure that I was out there for them.
So you've had yourself a heck of a week. Baby Franklin Williams IV comes on board, and you get a nice season-opening victory over Absegami. So things are going pretty good for you here early in the season. Yeah,
it was great. It was tough not being at practice the day before a game, let alone our season opener. But my girls knew what they needed to do. My assistant coaches are great. They knew what they needed to do. So they got their job done. And when I showed up on Wednesday, my girls, kept it going. It's nice after 3 years. This is the first time coaching as the head coach that my girls won the season opener. So
oh, really?
Hopefully it's a good omen for us. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys had that real nice run last year. You kind of jokingly said, "Hey, we won a couple games in a row here. I'm not gonna shave till we lose a game," and it ended up being about 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, it might have even been longer. It was about 14 games worth that I wasn't allowed to touch my face with a razor.
So what's the feeling coming into this year? I mean, you guys have a lot of good players back. Only graduated a couple. This is kind of a group that's been building for the last couple of years and really might be able to take that next step and challenge for a league title, right?
Yeah, we're hoping so. I have a great positive outlook for this group of girls. Strong athletes. They work really well together, and I'm getting it from a lot of different levels. At any time, I might have 4 or 5 seniors out there, or 4 or 5 juniors, and 2 or 3 sophomores on the field at one time. But these girls have all been working together since they were young. We have a couple feeder programs in our township, and we have a nice program. It's a travel team that they all kind of work together with. And now that they're in high school, they're all kind of blossoming together at once. It's nice to see.
Coach, what is it about lacrosse that's drawing so many kids, both on the boys and the girls side? I mean, you look around, this state's really becoming a lacrosse hotbed. Stockton men have had a great season. Rutgers men, #1 in the nation. So it seems like lacrosse is really the hot sport the last, at least 3 to 5 years.
It is. It's crazy. I mean, when I was in high school, growing up in Ocean City, we didn't have lacrosse. I kind of wish we did. But it's always kind of been a hot sport right around I-95, from about Washington, D.C., all the way up to New York City. That strip right there, it's always kind of been a hotbed for lacrosse, but I think it's just finally starting to grow and kind of spread out. Now you kind of see it around South Jersey. The Cape Atlantic League is really making some strides. We have a lot of good athletes and Division I athletes that are going beyond next year. So you can just kind of see it growing. It's cool. I hope it's not a fad. I don't think it is, because it's an awesome sport, and it just kind of replicates. It's a couple different things put together. You can kind of base it off of hockey or basketball, those kind of aspects of the game. It's kind of neat to see.
Coach, how quickly does it take a girl who has no experience to learn the positioning, the plays, where they need to be on the field, the basic kind of things?
Yeah, those take that takes a while. I mean, it could be, depending on the kid, it could be anywhere from a week to a couple years. We see some girls come up and very, very naturally talented stick skills, like phenomenal, and then they have no idea where to be on the field. And some girls pick it up within a week. Some girls it might take a year. But it's definitely tough, because it's a sport where you have to have the hand-eye coordination, the footwork, the body positioning, put it all together, but then also be smart enough to know exactly where you're supposed to be.
I think the toughest thing for a lot of the girls' squads is finding a goalie. I mean, some of these boys' squads, they've had kids that have played goalie for 5, 6, 7, 8 years since they were little, but not a lot of girls really want to jump in there and in the cage, between the pipes and become a goalie. But you've got yourself a nice goalie in junior Mia Monticelli. Talk about her a little bit and how much she's coming along.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, though, with what you said. Getting girls to play goalie can be a struggle sometimes. and so far it has been with the program. But Mia came in ready to go. She played goalie as a kid in the feeder programs and really enjoyed it. She just loves being able to shut some teams down. When she came in as a freshman, I had my eye on her right away. I knew she was going to be the future of the program. And last year, she won the starting job over an upperclassman and took it. And she just has never looked back. I mean, she continues to get better with literally every single practice. She's doing camp. She's playing in the off season. She's looking to go to school in 2 years. She's already talking to a couple different, I think, D2 schools right now. But she's doing great this year for us. So we're excited for her.
What kind of mindset does a girl have to be a goalie? I mean, that's not a position most people want to be in, whether it be boys or girls lacrosse. I don't know how these boys lacrosse kids do it. They wear no shin or knee pads. I mean, and these guys are whipping the shots in at them. It's you got to be a little bit nutty to want to be a goalie.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. It's a little crazy how fast these balls are coming in with the minimal pads that they wear. I know for Mia, she hates it, but I make her put on her shin pads.
Really?
She doesn't like them. She feels restricted in all her pads, but it's mental too. It's you let one in, it could be a slippery slope for you. It's a tough position, but I think Mia's got the mindset that she lets one in. She's hard on herself, but she can get right back in it and make another good save for us.
We're talking with Franklin Williams. He's the girls' head lacrosse coach over at Egg Harbor Township High School. They got off to a 15-1 win over Absegami in the season opener this week. Coach, I think the one thing that really struck me in talking to some of your girls after the game was they're confident. They want to take on Ocean City. They want to take on Mainland, Millville, some of these more established programs. They're like, hey, we got the team this year that can get it done, and they're not making any bones about it. They want to face the best.
Yeah, you're right. This has been really 3 years or so in the making. I've been telling these girls since they were freshman, sophomore. I said, ladies, you have it. You can do it. So I think last year that 14-game win streak really got to them, and they started realizing it. Then I think the end of our season was a little low. We lost 2 in a row, and then we went in the playoffs and lost a heartbreaker. We had the lead at halftime. But I think coming back this year, all the girls have been working real hard in the off season. We've been pushing them the first 3 weeks of the season so far this year, and their confidence is there. They know they have the skill to do it. So we just need to put it on the field now.
Coach, how much do these girls really follow the lead of Erin Hogan? I mean, she's an outstanding senior, great athlete. I mean, this is a girl who played, a couple weeks of the field hockey season with a big old cast on her hand. Like, she's one of those players that just you can't get her off the field.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a fantastic athlete and even better kid. She's a better person. The girls, everybody kind of looks up to her. She plays 100% no matter what. No matter we're down by 10, up by 10, she's full throttle. And it's great to have that on the team, but not just on the field. She has, the traits off the field that are really important to me and for girls on my team. She's a scholar athlete. I mean, she's going to a great school next year. She's going to play hockey. I can't convince her to play lacrosse, but she's going to a very highly academic D3 school up in Vermont called Middlebury. But for my girls, that especially the younger ones coming up now, the freshman, the sophomore, just having somebody like that on the team, having somebody around like that is always going to work hard, whether it's on or off the field. It's just, I couldn't ask for anything better as a coach.
Good stuff, Coach. We're up against the break. Be sure to say hello to your wife for us, and congratulations on the new baby. And good luck the rest of the way, bud.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thanks.
That was Coach Franklin Williams of Egg Harbor Township Girls Lacrosse off to